Layana Aguilar. I'm the owner and the designer behind the contemporary label Layana Aguilar. Nowadays, I'm best known for being one of the cast members of Project Runway on season 11. After participating on the show, the exposure was great for my brand, and that's when I decided to go full-time with my own label. I was born and raised in Brazil, in a very small town where there was nothing fashionable about it. It's a place where most of the families are farmers. Now I'm married. I have a family of my own. My husband is amazing. We have a beautiful baby boy. He's 17 months old and his name is Henzo, the joy of my life. I think I have to say that my collections, they begin after 8 p.m. after I put my baby to bed, because he's really my priority right now. I love my job, I love what I do, but I also love being a mom and a wife. To me, those are the most important things. Growing up in a small town in Brazil, I didn't really know there was such a thing as a career in fashion. It was really when I moved to New York City that I discovered that this love that I had for clothing and telling people what to wear could be a career. My college years were very tough, studying fashion. You never sleep, you always have to be designing constantly, and for me, I pushed myself even harder because I didn't grow up as an artist. I didn't know how to sketch, so I felt so intimidated by 90% of my classmates that knew how to sketch phenomenally. They knew every single designer, so I felt that I had to work extra hard. After finished school, I always knew I wanted to have my own label, but I also knew that I had to gain industry experience. I was able to get an internship with Oscar de la Renta, and I say that was my second biggest accomplishment growing up in Brazil. He was the designer that I always admired, and working there was unbelievable. Then I decided, okay, I feel ready, I want to have my own label, but it's so much competition, it's a lot of money to start your own fashion line. So I decided that I needed a way to gain exposure, so I applied for Project Runway. It was an amazing experience. It definitely gave me the boost and the exposure I needed for my career. But that's when the challenges really begin. Having my own fashion company, it's extremely challenging. You are competing with people that have a lot more connections, a lot more money, famous singers, famous actresses that decide the next day they want to be fashion designer, and they already have so much more exposure and connection. One of the first very moments that I couldn't imagine that this was really happening, it was one of my biggest dreams that came true, was showing my collection at Fashion Week last year, my first fall winter 2014 line. It was a moment that I realized, this is it, I am going on the right path, I can do this, all I have to do is believe in myself.